Hey, it's me again. Wanted to talk to you again about momentum and another form of momentum. It's easy to lose hope sometimes when you're pushing through and not seeing the results that you're looking for. But I want to tell you something really simple. It's a concept that I kind of knew about, and I realized, as described by many others, that it's out there. I'm not the first one to think of this, but learn to celebrate life's moments. Learn to remember the moments of your successes. I think I shared on this before, but I want to elaborate a little bit more. What I mean by that is record the moments of your success and focus on them, celebrate them every single day. Um, what I mean by every single day, I mean every day take a moment to remember something that you accomplished, that you succeeded, that a milestone. What a great example is my wife and I. There's 3 moments in our marriage that I celebrate every single year since the beginning of our marriage, and that's October, February, and April. February is when we first began speaking to each other. It was actually online when I was in Mexico and she was in her hometown in Ohio. Another time was in April 25th, is a time that I actually proposed to her, and that became such a powerful monument for us just because it was the craziest week where it seemed like everything was coming against us, and yet such a powerful moment when she wasn't expecting it at all, and changed. It was just great. And then there's October, our actual wedding. That's 3 moments for us. I celebrate them every single year. Every single year I make a big deal about it. We may not always actually go out and do something spectacular, but I acknowledge it. And what I'm doing there is, we're just like any other relationship in that we fight, we have our arguments, we have our disagreements. We have a lot of disagreements, and I don't mean like fighting. I just mean her and I are the complete opposites. She has a completely different mindset about things, a completely different viewpoint on things, and I love that about her. I love her input. She has so much input and say on things that I never would have thought of. But again, we clash, and it's those moments that it's a constant reminder of why I love her and how I'm continually investing in our relationship, investing in her, and likewise vice versa. It's a reminder. Now, I'm gonna take it a step further. Same with birthdays. The older you get, the more you just want to forget them. Especially my wife. I love celebrating her birthday. She hates it, but I celebrate it. I'm like, I'm not celebrating how old you are. I'm celebrating your life. I'm celebrating that I'm glad that I'm a part of your life. And, that's just an example right there of how I take it into our marriage. When it comes to other aspects of our life, I have a journal. I always kind of thought, okay, I'm going to admit about 20 years ago when I heard about journaling, I was kind of like the macho attitude. Oh, that's dumb. I'm not going to journal. Why am I going to journal? But I got into it, and I tried to focus more on writing every successful moment that I had and taking the time to review that consistently on at least a monthly basis. I feel like I want to do it on a weekly basis, but at least on a monthly basis, I go back to my journal and I try to review it, and it's reminding me of my successes I'm making. You hang around me long enough, I make mistakes every hour. And when you're a parent, you feel like you're making a mistake every hour. If not, your kids remind you that you're making a mistake every hour. So it feels like, what? Whatever. Whatever, kids. That could be a whole nother message right there. But in a world where we're so harsh on ourselves, you make one mistake, you forget about the 10 successes you made the day before. You can make a tiny mistake, you forget about the 10 great, amazing success stories you had the day before. So that's why I think it's so important to train our mind to look at how we are actually moving forward, to look at how we are actually succeeding and pushing through life, so that I know it almost sounds like I'm trying to say ignore your mistakes, and I'm not saying that at all. But the momentum you create in remembering all the amazing things that you are doing, no matter how big, how small they are. It makes it easier to take a hold of those mistakes, those moments that are not so high up there, and face them. Okay, this isn't about being in denial, but it's about conquering your day, pushing through your day, being the best you possible. Anyways, that's enough for now. Thank you so much, and I hope this really encouraged you and and motivated you to do the hardest step, which is actually applying it. Start small. Think of one thing you did today that was right. I don't care if it's just making the bed. One thing. Bye bye.